Hi guys, hello and welcome to the first episode of the Are We There Yet channel. Today I want to talk about, well, some of the concerns that we have in terms of the vehicle, the car that we're going to be taking on our trip with the trailer. So this is going to be a series of videos to talk about the preparations that we are making before we actually get on our way. So between now and January, there'll be a few videos like this where I discuss some of the decisions that we make and we let you into the story, into the making of this project. So let's start talking about the car that we have and the possibilities that we are exploring. As some of you may know, we actually own an electric SUV. It's called a NIO ES6. We got it at the beginning of 2020. We purchased it at the beginning of 2020. That was a big outflow of cash right before COVID, so that also helped a little bit to complicate our financial life. But anyway, that's the car that we have. One of the features of this car is the battery. The battery is swappable, which means that because we bought the limited edition, we do not have to pay ever if we want to swap batteries. And this is for life. So it's one of the greatest values about this car, meaning that when you buy, for example, a Tesla, your battery is going to degrade, and at one point you will get very, very low range on your car, which means you are going to have to buy a new battery. So with NIO, they offer this service, and they no longer offer this service. So what they do is they rent batteries. So in their business model, they keep upgrading these batteries. They keep pushing new batteries into this network of swapping stations, which means that for me, I have pretty much bought a car for life as opposed to a Tesla. So that's one of the things that I have put into my calculations. The fact that I will be able to travel around China for free. No gas. I mean, I'm going to try and stay away from highways. So no gas, no toll fees or minimum toll fees. The only cost is going to be just whatever wear and tear in the tires or things like that. And obviously RV parks where we charge the batteries of the RV and put some water and whatnot. Now, obviously there are limitations when you have an EV. Our car right now has a 70 kilowatt battery, which gives us a range of about 420 kilometers if it goes all the way to 100%. Now, the complication with that is when you're carrying a trailer, when you pull in a trailer, that's going to reduce your range by at least 50%, if not 60%. So we can only travel distances that are 150, 180 kilometers safely on 100% charge. So that means that we really are going to be traveling very slowly, which gives us a lot of time to, well, edit videos, prepare content, do all the things that we need to do in order to keep this channel going as we are charging from place to place. So not only is the issue of how far can we drive in one go when we want to go from one place to another, but there's also the issue of the network in China. The EV network is very well developed in some areas of the country, but not others, which is what is dictating the order in which we're going to start this tour, this project. We're going to go into the East Coast, south to north, during the first year, and coming down the center of China after being to Inner Mongolia. That's the rationale behind why we choose to start this path. So this area of China has a lot of swapping stations and a lot of charging stations in small cities, in towns, on highways. That's not a concern when we stay in the east. But when we want to start going west, in the more remote areas, places where I really want to go to, like Yunnan and Xinjiang, for example, there are fewer charging stations. There are, I assume, no swapping stations. So we are going to be limited in that particular aspect. So what are some of the solutions that we have? Number one, we don't want to sell the NIO. I just explained to you why NIO is such a good value for anyone, for me, having bought the limited edition. This offer of a lifetime supply of batteries, it's I don't want to sell it, because once you sell it, that is not transferable to anybody, so it's just lost. So I want to keep the NIO. So I would have to buy another car to tow the trailer. Do we want to do that? It would allow us to go pretty much anywhere we want because gas is so much more available, petrol, whatever you want to call it. But do I have the funds to do that? And do I want to do that? Because in a situation where I'm kind of like financially strapped or financially limited, having two cars is like, why are you doing this, right? So the second year, we probably could buy an ICE vehicle. So hopefully the channel is doing great. Hopefully we've been able to save some money because, well, we're going to talk in another video about how we are going to support ourselves while we are on the road. So again, I think that by the second year, if we needed to, we could buy a small SUV, like a small Chinese SUV. Doesn't have to be the greatest thing in the world. We've looked at some brand new ones for 80,000, 100,000, 120,000. So yeah, we'll see. But perhaps what we will end up doing is upgrading our battery. We just talked to the people at NIO, and they have a new service where you can actually rent a battery, 100 kilowatt battery, which basically gives you like 650, 620 kilometer range. That doubles our driving distance per charge, even if we're, carrying the trailer. I think that that's going to be the way to go for us right now. We're still waiting to see how your contributions end up adding up, and what do we have available, and what are we going to do in terms of purchases. The trailer needs to be ordered about 6 weeks in advance. So the trailer decision is more urgent than the vehicle decision. But I would like to share this with you, and for us, cheaper is to just get a better battery, 100 kilowatt battery, which is going to give us 300 kilometers of range. That means that we can go from one place to another and charge. Most chargers on highways or things like that, where, think of a highway or a small town, they're not more than 200 kilometers apart, which is one of the concerns if I keep my 70 kilowatt battery. Because if I'm down at 150, 180 kilometers range, that's a bit scary. That's a bit, I don't feel that confident. But 300 kilometers? Yeah, 300 kilometers should not be an issue. That's basically where we are right now. These are decisions that we're making day to day. So I wanted to bring you guys into the discussion and our thinking, and perhaps if you guys have any ideas and they make sense, we'll take them and we'll actually share that with you once we decide. All right, guys, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you so much. Remember that if you want to be part of this journey and contribute, you are going to get a lot of perks listed over here. And you can do that by clicking the link in the description down below and becoming a supporting member of this project. So yeah, make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, and until we see you again, take it easy and bye for now.